Welcome, Smashheads, CDL fans of all ages. We are here set and ready to go for Week 5 of our 2022 Car Demolition League season. This game day rather, about to put us 1/4 of the way through the regular season. So to start off this 5th game day of the season, we've got a little matchup from the Atlantic Division about to take place. It's a battle between cousins. Shane Geyser and his Miami Brawlers on the road to do battle with Hunter Bradshaw and his Washington Patriots. Should be a fun matchup here. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineups for Miami. They lead the way with Speed Society. Following him out there, it is going to be Gray Indy. After Gray Indy, it's Spinebuster, and Monty has the 5-point gainer spot. To the home side of the field, the Washington Patriots leading the way with Monkey today. Following him out there, it's No Fear. At the captain spot is Demon 4, and at 5-point gainer for the Patriots, it's Vega. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. Miami with the record of, if I remember correctly, 1 win, 2 losses, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. I have to double check on that. See if I'm correct, but Washington, I believe, a record of 1 win and 3 losses flat out. But there's a way that I could check on that quick enough. So Miami, they come into this game losing in overtime in their first game, losing the second one in regulation. Then they came out and they got a win over Tampa Bay to go 1-1, 0-1, and then they beat Nevada. So my mistake, they are 2-1, 0-1. 7 points on the season for Miami. One of those teams that's caught up in the standings there, being tied up with everybody at 7 points. So here we go. Game on, and we have Speed Society staying up. Monkey is down, and it's a good flip for Miami. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen it. A new type of field underneath. This is like a gym mat. It's much more sturdy and, you know, not as fluffy as the blanket. I think it's gonna lend itself to better gameplay. We'll see how it goes. Look at that, how that goes. Oh my goodness. He was on that like a hobo on a ham sandwich there. 10-0 the score in favor of Miami, just like that. And looking to make quick work of this one, it's Speed Society as he takes on Demon 4, and Demon 4 out of play. So, out of play he went. They'll go at it again. Still a 10-0 game. Brawlers in the lead, and again out of play. So Demon 4 finding the way to come towards me here, towards the official, and come out of play. And that time, yeah, look at that. That was a little bit better. Not as much confusion in the mesh, but Demon 4 again finding a way to go out of play. I mean, rendering the mesh kind of useless when you come this way. But I need a way to get to the cars, folks, so it is what it is. So these two continue to go at it. And that time we do play it as if it is flat, and he's going to be up because of it, because he is wheels on the mesh. So we're still playing that way as if it is flat. And because that's a flat surface coming down, going here, that's a gray area. So he's going to be in it because of that. Oh, almost went down there, off the mesh, but able to stay alive. And this time, out of play goes Demon 4. Still a 10-0 game. Washington trying to hang on, and again out of play. So, a tough battle that Demon 4 is putting up as he keeps going out of play. Still 10-0 Speed Society trying to put this away. Both cars staying in play that time, huh? And again, both cars able to stay alive as the match continues, and again, staying up there. And this time, Demon 4 is down. Speed Society had to work for it, but he got it. 15-0. Donuts served for dinner. Miami Brawlers getting the win over the Washington Patriots. They improved to 3-1, 0-1. And for Washington, tough loss there. They fall to 1-4 on the season. Well, that being said, we move on. Next game up, the Philadelphia Demons Shane Geiser's other team, his defending world champions, on the road to take on the Houston Oilers. So it's next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Smash Heads. Our next game is about to take place. It's one of the 4 cross-conference battles that we got scheduled for today. And that would be the 4-0 Philadelphia Demons coming into this game day just very strong. I mean, they were at 344 days, unbeaten. This was like a week ago, so it's about 351 days now, give or take. Something like that. They are 2 weeks away from this date, I think, June 29th, 2021 was the last time this team took a loss. So they're trying to get there, trying to go the full 365, you know what I mean? We'll see if they can get another step closer to that. They are on the road today to take on the Houston Oilers, 1-2-0-1 record this season so far. So they are trying to keep themselves in that playoff race, and of course it's still early. But still trying to do their part now. So let's get a look at the lineups. It's the usual for the Philadelphia Demons, defending world champions. We'll start things off with High Tech, followed by Hammer Jr. at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Silver Molina, and that 5-point gainer will be Red Spectite. To the home side of the field, Blue Indy will lead the way for the Houston Oilers today. Following him out there is going to be Surf Crate Custom at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Y, and at 5-point gainer is Sonic Boom. So both teams set and ready to go. As I don't know if you guys are not following the CDL, Car Demolition League, on Facebook. There's a group there. It's a private group, but I let people in, It's called Car Demolition League, and I mean, if you didn't know that, go on ahead and check it out. But if you're there, you would know that game days are going to be on Wednesday from now on. So it is what it is. So here we go. Blue Indy and High Tech leading this game off, game on. Both cars stay up. Switching sides after the first collision, and this time Blue Indy's down. So 5-0 Philadelphia. The Oilers, the league-out team, made it to the playoffs last year. Were very impressive, but off to a very tough start this year. 5-0 Demons in the lead. Enters Surf Crate Custom now. He's got some offensive skill for sure. At low front and able to tie this game up at 5. The Houston Oilers won 1 crash bowl in their franchise history back in 2008. It was Crash Bowl 12, and they defeated the Philadelphia Demons in overtime to do it. That was a really long time ago, 2008, my goodness. But we are tied at 5 here. There's that history as Hammer Jr. comes out to battle with Surf Crate Custom. I believe that game is actually on this YouTube channel. It was recorded. Kind of low camera quality, but it is what it is, It was 2008. And Hammer Jr. has a good fight with Surf Crate Custom, gets the flip on him. Whoop. Well, anyways, got the next guy about to come out here, and it's going to be Y. So Y hits the field, 10-0, Philadelphia in the lead, 10-5, Philadelphia in the lead, and looking for another big win today. And just like that, flip came quicker than a pancake at a Waffle House on a Sunday. 15-5, the final. And you're going to go on ahead and book that trip to Disneyland, I guess. Philadelphia getting the win over Houston. Final score, 15-5. I think maybe I brought up some bad memories for the Philadelphia team side. The game that they were favored to win, Crash Bowl 12, ended up losing. Anyways, 15-5 though is the final of this one as Hammer Jr. wins it from the middleman spot. Coming up next, it's a battle of Brand Demo. So Brand Demo's 2 teams going at it, Brandon Kuma's 2 teams going at it. His Tampa Bay Gators on the road against his Mexico City Jaguars. It's next. Well, folks, it must be an intriguing thing for a team owner when their two teams have to play against each other. And not just that, but do it before the trade deadline. Maybe something comes of that. But needless to say, two teams that have painted a different story thus far in 2022. We've got the visiting Tampa Bay Gators on the road with a record of 1-3, but coming off of their first win of the season over a very tough Los Angeles Blades team. They're on the road looking to go 2-3 today as they take on the 3-1 Mexico City Jaguars. Both these teams belonging to Brandon Kuma in the span from 2017 to 2020. These two teams combined for 3 Crash Bowls in those 4 seasons. So 2 talented squads on the field, but of course one has been struggling, but maybe they're starting to turn around. I mean, when you beat a team like the Blades, you kind of have to perk your eyebrows up and be like, hey, okay, right? But we'll see what happens here, because of course the Blades got to win earlier in the season against Mexico City. So the lineups are leads the way for Tampa Bay, followed by Red Detta at the middleman spot. Ratified has the captain's position for the Gators, and at 5-point gainer, it's 47 Ronan. To the home side, Inquisitor leads the way for the Mexico City Jaguars, followed by Solid Snake. Charizard has the captain's spot for Mexico City, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be 48 hours for the Jags. So both teams set and ready to go. Mexico City set up, so is Tampa Bay. Backup cars getting off the field is, of course, the front runners take center stage. R and Inquisitor about to go at it. Game is on. And so far, a good battle as they have a couple of collisions. That's one of the sad things about the malfunction that we had in the game day before, which, folks, I hope that you stick around with us here, or are sticking around with us, because that malfunction was pretty bad. Missing like the last 4 games, including Mexico City, as these 2 cars go at it. Good matchup underway here, and our first flip is right there. So R gets a good flip on Inquisitor. Tough battle, but in the end, Tampa Bay takes a 5-0 lead there. So enter Solid Snake now for the Jaguars. 5-0 Gators. And make it 10-0. R looks good today. And Mexico City not looking so good, or at least Solid Snake did not look very good. As that is going to bring out Charizard now for Mexico City. 10-0 the score. They just beat LA 15-5. Has Tampa Bay found their groove? We're about to find out, perhaps. Charizard definitely under pressure here. Got no help from his front 2. As he tries to handle things from the captain's spot, both cars staying alive, and again, what a barrel roll there. R able to stay up, and again, breakdance maneuver by R. These two continue to go at it. What a matchup underway between these two. Spin cycle maneuvers being had. Good spin cycle there, and able to stay on the field was Charizard as this match continues. Oh, what a breakdance there. R making it look pretty. And goes down that time, though, so give it up for R. What a matchup he had. Gets taken down, but gives Red Dead the chance. The score now 10-5 Gators. Charizard trying to lead the comeback here. Of course, Red Dead good defensively, has been in the past, and gets the good flip there. Charizard down, match over, 15-5 the final. And the Tampa Bay Gators get the upset win over the Mexico City Jaguars. The Jags fall to 3-2. The Gators go to 2-3. And you know what? Tampa Bay has won 2 in a row now. I don't know. You got 2 teams. So all combined, Brandon Kuma sitting at 500 on the season with both of his teams combined. So at least he knows his teams don't have to play against each other anymore, and now he can try to work on both of them to get them going forward and in the right direction. But Red Dead getting that game winner there, and Tampa Bay pulling off the upset. Coming up next, Jim Holt Sr. will have a team on the field. He was the other guy that was winning Crash Bowls around the same time Brandon Kuma was. His Chicago Wind Attack going to be hosting the Denver Mustangs Central Division showdown coming up. Welcome back, Smash Heads. This game gonna put us 1/3 of the way through this June 15th game day. Got off with the days and the schedule and stuff, but needless to say, yes, this June 15th game day, which was rescheduled, and from this day forward, Wednesday for every game day, basically. So anyways, on the field right now, we've got the Denver Mustangs and the Chicago Wind Attack. Denver, a solid team coming into this game. 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. No overtime losses. The Mustangs will lead off with Purple Custo. Following him out there, it's going to be Rising Heat 2. At the captain spot, it's Highlight. And at 5-point gainer, it's Golden Rat. A league-operated team which Jim Hull Sr. recently voiced his displeasure on. He doesn't want any league-operated teams in the league. So, I don't know, folks, make them happy. Go on ahead to own some of these teams. But needless to say, the Chicago Wind Attack. Let's see what Jim Hull Sr. is bringing to the table here today. We got Hot Indy leading the way for Chicago. Following him out there is going to be Battle. At the captain spot, it'll be Blue Dragon. And at 5-point gainer, it is going to be Juggernaut. Chicago coming into this game with a record of 1-3, but coming off that first win of the season. It's a good birthday gift for Jim Hull Sr., to say the least. Both of his teams picking up their first wins just a couple of days, like 2 days before his 67th birthday. So, that being said, both teams ready to go. We got Purple Custo and we got Hot Indy. Game is on, and Hot Indy taken down, and that was rather quickly. He ain't the same since the front end got taped, is one way to look at it, but that will bring out Battle for the Wind Attack. 5-0 Mustangs on top. And Battle gets a good flip. Man, my goodness, what a great defensive maneuver he had to pull. He got the flip, but he almost went down himself there. But we are tied at 5 as Chicago tries to deliver Denver their second loss on the year. But we'll see what happens. Rising Heat 2, he's a rookie. Game tied at 5. We'll see how he does here. And Battle gets a good flip. You know, Chicago's been wanting Battle to step up more. And, you know, we saw the former Wind Attack player, stepping up today. Now we're seeing Battle stepping up. Gets the flip there, 10-5 Wind Attack, and now Battle goes for the win as he takes on Highlight. And he gets the win. Highlight down, call it done and dusted, 15-5. Look out, Loretta. It is the Chicago Wind Attack getting the win at home over the Denver Mustangs, and take those stand-ins and just throw them in a mixer. Things are going to get heated up there in the Western Conference. Chicago getting the victory over Denver, and they'll remain at 8 points, and Chicago going to 2-3 on the season. A couple of teams maybe starting to turn things around, but needless to say, we are about to move on to the next one. Should be a great matchup. Honestly, it's one that I am looking forward to. The Atlanta Avengers and the Puerto Rico Playas Atlantic Division showdown. And I think it's going to be an entertaining match. I think the two teams are really closely matched. So, Playas and Avengers. Stay tuned. Welcome, Smash Heads, back to our game day here, this June 15th game day, week 5 of the 2022 regular season. We got Matt Geiser and his Atlanta Avengers on the road to do battle with Alex Johnson and his Puerto Rico Playas. These are two teams from the Atlantic Division, and should be a solid battle. As a matter of fact, let's get a look at the tail of the tape, as these teams are respectively ranked 4th and 5th in the Eastern Conference standings right now. Both of them coming into this game with the same record, 2 wins, 1 regulation loss, no ties, and an overtime loss. So who is going to be able to get those 3 digits? Of course, if you win, add 3 points from that win onto the 7 you got 10 points. So trying to hit that 2-digit mark, both teams are. Of course, they might end up tying, and then they'll both hit the 9 mark, but we'll see what happens. Let's get a look at the lineups for both sides, starting with the visitors in this one. Matt Geiser's Atlanta Avengers will lead the way with Mika, followed by Frostjet at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Who and Solar Reflex. We'll have the 5-point gainer spot for the Avengers. To the home side of the field, it's the Puerto Rico Playas, owned by Alex Johnson. They lead the way with Rowdy. Following him out there, it's going to be Ratitude Jr. At the captain spot for Puerto Rico, it's Sub-Zero. And at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Blue BMW for the Playas. Both teams set and ready to go is Mika and Rowdy are going to be ready to combat each other very shortly. So 2 cars that have become no strangers to each other. Really familiar with facing each other, been in this division for quite a little while. And that time hit a gray shot, it's going to count. Cars switching sides, they go at it again. Ooh, Rowdy able to stay alive. Rowdy and Mika competing here, and this time Mika down, Puerto Rico has the lead. 5-0 the score, as that is going to bring out Frostjet. So 5-0 Playas on top. Frostjet now out there trying to even things up. Oh, he got sent back. Rowdy's a heavy car, man. Almost 60 grams and almost got the flip there, but Frostjet handled the edge good, and that time again able to handle the edge. It's getting knocked around. This time, gotta play it like it's flat there. He's not touching the edge there. He is going to be down. If he had been leaned a little bit more the other way, the call would have been reversed. So, that being said, 10-0 Puerto Rico on top as Atlanta will now try Who out there, try to get Who to even this thing up for him. Of course, he's in too deep. 15-0 Donuts served for dinner. The Puerto Rico Playas. Rowdy, the heavyweight, walks through their line, and talk about home field advantage. Sam Wong get fired up because the Playas get a shutout win at home today. 15-0 over Atlanta, and that's going to bring up Matt Geiser's other team. And second to last Hartfield game of the day, but it's going to be the halfway point game. So his Phoenix Firebirds almost beat the Philadelphia Demons last week, and now they're going to have a chance to beat the Gowanda Outlaws, another team that's unbeaten. How about that? Philadelphia and Gowanda 2 weeks in a row. Don't tell me the Firebirds don't have a tough schedule. With that being said, Phoenix and Gowanda, it's coming up next. 15-0 Puerto Rico here. Welcome back, Smash Heads. This is a game that honestly, personally, I've been looking forward to. Hunter Bradshaw and his Gowanda Outlaws. They are 4-0, and they are on the road to do battle with Hunter's uncle's team. His Uncle Matt, right? Matt Geiser's Phoenix Firebirds. The Firebirds, though, they are coming off of a very close game. They lost. They are 1-1 on the season. They've done everything the first 4. They've won, they've lost, they've tied, they've overtime loss. But coming off an overtime loss against the Philadelphia Demons, who were 3-0 going into that game, so almost giving them their first loss in about a year. Now they face another unbeaten team. Will we see that same kind of fight from the Firebirds here today? Or have the Philadelphia Demons soften them up for the Gowanda Outlaws? We are about to have a look and see what happens. Reptile will lead the way for the Gowanda Outlaws today. Follow him out there is going to be Hammer at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Ratitude for the Gowanda Outlaws. And then at 5-point gainer, Black Spinebuster for Gowanda. To the home side, Matt Geiser's Phoenix Firebirds leading the way with Green Arrow. Follow him out there is going to be Kid Custom. At the captain spot, it's Power Pistons for the Firebirds. And at 5-point gainer, it's going to be stock 34. So both teams set and ready to go. Front runners will be the only two left on the field here, as we will see a matchup between Reptile and Green Arrow. So in case you're wondering, yes, Reptile and High Tech, the same type of model. As these two get ready to go at it. Here we go. Game is on. Green Arrow and Reptile starting us off. Both cars switching sides. The battle continues. So the match is fully underway here, and I just want to check on something, folks. Okay, for a second I thought I heard a shutter on a camera. I'm like, no, no, no. These two go at it, and we got a good flip there. Reptile is down. Green Arrow. Green Arrow gets the flip, and Phoenix is in the lead, just like they were against Philadelphia. 5-0 the score. Can Green Arrow do it again as he takes on Hammer? These two have been in the league a long time. Both cars stay young. Switching sides now, and both are down. Green Arrow. A win and a tie from the front runner spot for Green Arrow today. We're not counting individual car stats anymore. We tried, but we just lost too much information on that last video. I mean, at least we didn't lose that Phoenix-Philadelphia game because it was so darn good, I tell you. But 10-5 the score. Phoenix in the lead, looking for the win. One flip away from getting it. Kid Custom trying to get it. Gratitude trying to tie it up for the Outlaws here. Both cars able to stay up. They go at it again. Again, both cars staying alive. And this time, Gratitude has a good flip, and he's gripping that field hard. Gowanda is a soft field team playing on a hard field here, and it doesn't really necessarily favor them in that respect. But they have tied this game up at 10, as that now brings out Power Pistons for the Firebirds. And that's one of the things that you got. Ooh, look at that. See the field not really matching up or meshing well with Gratitude, and Gratitude's down there. Phoenix in the lead. One flip away from handing Gowanda their first regular season loss of 2022. 15-10 the scores. They look to put this game away and bring the segment, first of two segments today, to an end. We're going to do two segments now. I think the video might have been too big to process, so I'm kind of reeling it back in. But needless to say, we got a 15-10 game in favor of Phoenix. Power Pistons trying to put it away. Of course, Black Spinebuster trying to send this game into overtime. Almost did. Power Pistons staying alive. Matchup continuing between these two as the battle rages on. Game on the line for the Outlaws. Almost had the flip there, but good spin cycle by Power Pistons. Able to hang on yet again. And a good match between these two cars as they continue to battle it out. Ooh, look at that. Able to stay alive was Power Pistons that time, yet again. And some hard hits here as both cars stay stable, and again Power Pistons off to the edge, but staying stable enough. And maybe he needs to switch, but both cars trying to spin cycle. Almost Power Pistons starting to turn the tide, but Black Spinebuster was on top of it. And this game continues. 15-10 the score, and this time it was a great shot. Both cars staying alive, but they'll switch sides. Switching sides now. Does that help them? And it's going to help Black Spinebuster. This game is tied and headed into OT. Oh my goodness. Hey, it's the Outlaws and the Firebirds. Do you feel like it's 1999 again, or 2000 or something like that? Two old school teams of Table Dirty battling it out. We are tied at 15 in overtime. Black Spinebuster for the Outlaws. Stock 34 for the Firebirds in OT. I tell you what, Phoenix is, you want to go get yourself a Phoenix Firebirds ticket, they got to win here. Stock 34 gets the flip. Couldn't beat Philly on the road, but they just gave the Outlaws their first loss of the season. 20-15 the final, the Phoenix Firebirds defeating the Gowanda Outlaws. And Matt Geyser getting the job done with the Firebirds today. Two tough games, back-to-back weeks. They improved to 2-1-1-1. Gowanda's first loss of the season. They go to 4-0-0-1. And a tough one to take. They know that they got the Philadelphia Demons coming up in just a couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. Week 7, 2 weeks from now, Gowanda taking on Philly. And will Philly be undefeated by that time? We'll have to figure that one out and see. But final of this one, 20-15 in overtime. The Phoenix Firebirds getting the win over the Gowanda Outlaws. Tough one for Hunter Bradshaw. His first regular season loss with this team, but took 5 weeks to do it, you know? So definitely a great effort by him. That's going to do it for the first segment of the day. There's going to be 2 segments, you know, splitting the game day, you know, 6 games in one, 6 games in another. We're going to start that second segment off on the hard field with the Detroit Devils hosting Jim Hull Sr. and his San Antonio Defenders, and then after that, onto the soft field the rest of the way. That being said, James Holtz Jr. here, thanking you for watching this first segment of our June 15th game day. And pleading with you, please go on ahead and check out segment 2 when it comes out. Going to be getting released around the same time or just a little later. Shouldn't be too much later, but keep an eye out for that as well. So until segment 2, much love. As always, take care of yourselves, be yourselves, and peace.